Today on Sportsman's Journal, come along with Captain Rick Murphy and me as we journey deep into the forbidding backcountry of the Everglades in search of what many consider one of Florida's greatest inshore game fish, snook. The Everglades is called the River of Grass because of its vast open prairies. But the tapestry of this ecological marvel, woven together by a perfect hand, is far more complex than first meets the eye. There's something about entering this land of mystery that demands an early rise to participate in something truly magical. As the morning mist slowly rises off a rose-tinted dawn, the Everglades reveals itself as a study in contrast. It isn't majestic, but has grandeur. It's raw and fragile, yet has withstood the encroachments of man. Were it not for the protection of being named a national park more than a half a century ago, the twisting mangrove-lined waterways of this tropical paradise would long ago have been blighted by civilization and its ubiquitous seawalls. Instead, park visitors are still greeted by breathtaking sights, like flocks of flamingos and egrets taking flight in search of breakfast from the same tea-colored waters where we'll be catching our bait this morning. And if things go as planned, there's nothing more appetizing to a big hungry lineside for breakfast than a frisky live mullet. Mullet are the premier bait fish in this region, for everything from sharks and tarpon to jacks, kudas, and especially big snook. Some days, precious early morning hours must be spent in quest of these prized baits. So when the first toss of my net fills the live well easily, and more importantly quickly, with perfectly sized mullet, just as the sun is peeking over the horizon, it's hard not to take that as a sign of good things to come. These are the mornings I dream about. Now it's time to pinch myself and enjoy it. Living in Homestead, Florida, with the Everglades literally as his backyard, Rick has spent countless hours unraveling the mysteries that have made the River of Grass a favorite destination of anglers for nearly a century. But it's his unique knowledge and mastery of the Everglades labyrinth waterways that has brought us together today for a fishing trip that I've long anticipated. With a rising tide and a well full of live bait, we started out the morning at the mouth of a river channel that Rick predicted would offer a variety of big fish.
Andy, I get the bite. See him? This is on a ladyfish here. A nice little 10-inch ladyfish. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What are you thinking?
Don't know.
It's big. Should we chase it?
No, not yet. If he breaks off, that's okay. Oh! He's burning me. Burning my hands.
Can you tell what kind of shark that was?
It looks like a bull. Maybe a little shark.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm good. Andy, why don't you take this and let me get a glove on. We'll see if I can't grab this guy by the tail. Yeah, small bull.
Is that what you do, grab him by the tail?
Yeah, man. See him there?
Oh, beautiful.
Now, wait a minute.
How
I just had him right here, Andy. Andy? Andy, what's going on? I had the fish right here.
I know, I'm sorry. How strong is this line?
That's 12-pound, man. Pull on it. That's that 12-pound Rapala line. Stronger than you can imagine. Easy. Easy.
Beautiful. I've never caught a bull shark. They look like, almost like a black tip or a spinner, but a different color.
The face is different. The face is round, like a tiger shark. You know, he might come up and bite the boat. Sometimes with this fighting stage, the end stages, they'll bite the boat. Have you ever had one bite the boat?
I've never caught one of these guys.
Oh, is that right? Uh-oh. He's hooked in his left corner of the mouth, so if we can stay on that side, it might help.
I don't either.
I don't think so. I think this was.
Oh, that's what exactly what happened.
There's the answer.
Sorry.
No, what are you sorry about? Oh,
you hook him, I lose him.
I did not want to grab him. I'm playing macho here, acting like the big stuff.
Yeah, you're right. It was in that left corner. As soon as it came around to the right side, he got it.
He got on that side of it. He went right around. Boink.
Well, that was exciting.
Atta boy. Oh yeah. That's the house.
Keep going. Should go it?
Go, 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 go.
There's something good.
That's a big bite.
It's an awesome bite. Ricky?
Yes, sir. Oh, bite.
I think it's music. Oh my God, it's big music.
Uh-oh.
Yeah! Oh, I'm about ready to get dumped. Oh, this is great.
A big old fish, whatever it is. I imagine it's a shark, but I'm surprised he hasn't worn through. Maybe it's a Jewfish.
They live here?
Oh, yeah.
Would they swim that far away, or would they just go back to their house?
Well, I don't know. Slack tide, he might have swum a little ways for his house. You know, the mouth of this place with all the bait in it's like the drive-through at McDonald's. I mean, there's so much food right there.
Right.
And maybe wherever he came from. Most likely, though, it's still a shark, but
yeah.
know.
You get lucky and hook them at the edge of the mouth and catch them sometimes?
Yeah. Poke them in the nose, you know. Sometimes you find them foul hooked in the tip of the nose. You know, one of the things I notice about sharks, they always return down the scene of the crime. If they come up the canal,
we're right here, Rick.
They always turn around and go the same way they came. What happened? Ah! You're killing me! You're killing me! You know what? The good thing you don't do no gapping in the fish, man. I think these rubber hooks are definitely getting the best of you. Wow. And look at, you know what? How many more hooks do I need to put in that sucker?
That was exciting stuff this morning.
Yeah, it was. It's, you know, unfortunately we didn't catch the big snook. We might have had a bite or no, you know, one or two, but those sharks wouldn't leave us alone.
That's okay.
But you know, I think if we run back into the backcountry, we get into some real clear tannin water, and it might be, I just want you to see a little bit more about Flamingo, because I know you don't get to come over here very often. We'll be able to throw plugs along the shoreline in some clear water, maybe catch some snook. They might not be quite as big as what we might have caught here, but we might be able to catch a snook, or even a redfish.
That's okay. That's fishing.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go.
All right.
I'm ready.
As Rick deftly maneuvered us even deeper into a puzzling maze of creeks and look-alike islands, it quickly became obvious why the backcountry long remained the exclusive province of a select few diehards. Once you leave the marked channels, it's dangerously easy to get turned around and lose your bearings in these waters, and that can prove fatal. But sophisticated navigational systems like GPS now give everyone the keys to this magical, unspoiled kingdom. This is probably your all-round favorite lure, a mullet imitation.
Yeah, all the Rapala baits that I use are they just imitate, you know. And this time of year, when we're down here in the fall, we have a spring and a fall mullet migration. And what we have here is this basically matches that. And the way I like to work it is when you throw up against the shoreline, you want to do a twitch, twitch, stop, twitch, twitch, reel, twitch, twitch, reel. And what you're doing is that reeling is reeling out of the slack after you've twitched the rod. Mm-hmm. And what the bait does is the bait will go twitch, 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 twitch,
So it's a floater, and this lip pulls it down a little bit.
That's correct.
Does it imitate a wounded fish or an injured fish?
Yeah, it imitates a fish that there's something wrong with it, whether it's wounded or he's, you know, got a bad headache or what, I don't know. But the point is, it
lights him up.
Yeah, and it's different than just the normal going through the water. But
and you tie this with a loop knot? Always.
Anything that that has to have action, whether you're fly fishing with a Clouser minnow or a merkin fly, something that has lead eyes, I like to put a loop in it. And this is a thing where it twitches down, it might come back up. It just gives it more action versus if you don't tie it with a loop.
And this is 50-pound shock tippet?
50-pound shock tippet. And then we use a blood knot to tie to our monofilament.
Right, with the Bimini double line.
That's correct.
Now, how close to the shoreline do I need to cast this?
Well, I'd say if you can do like those bass guys where you skip it up underneath, that'd be about perfect.
I'm a skier. It's going to skip up into the middle somewhere.
But, just to get it as close as you can and work it, I would say at least halfway back from the shoreline before you reel it in. And when you get ready to reel it in, don't assume that the play is over. Go ahead and reel it in fast, but don't mess up.
But keep fishing.
That's right, keep fishing. Fish it all the way back to the boat.
Cool. All right.
Now you know as much as I know about snook fishing. Is that a fish laying right there?
Wow, that was so cool.
You see that?
That was so cool.
That was cool.
That was awesome. I've never seen anything like that.
I thought he had us. He did have us.
He also got that.
We didn't have any of this over the head stuff, It was just a nice little quiet thing. Okay, I'm jumping there. Why don't you stick that in the rod holder, and we'll get that lure out of off of that log that you hooked that you didn't see, Now,
where is that sharp
I'll show you.
razor plate that they have?
Hold that rod for 1 second there, bud.
I
always hate it when they do that, because they end up always getting a lure in your hand like that. That razor, if you feel, take your finger and go back against that. See that?
Oh, yeah.
And it comes all the way down to here.
Exactly.
They call those gill plates.
Because I always thought for some reason it was on the outer edge of the gill, but it's actually up on the face of him.
Yeah, yeah. He's not very big, but he's proud, I'm proud that he's part of your show.
Yeah.
Well, he really ate that lure.
Yeah. That was great to watch you catch him in such close proximity.
Yep. And one of the things that's really cool is look how refined all the little tiny veins and nerve endings are right on the mouth there. You see how those little veins are? Look even underneath here. You got all types of little veins. It's just really cool. I mean, that guy is an eating machine when he decides to. That can be tough when they don't really want to, but.
Now, as far as this lateral line is concerned, does that help them in any way, or is that just
Well, I think
coloring?
It helps them feel predators. It feels vibrations of bait as it comes through.
But all fish have that. This is just more pronounced, do you think?
That's correct. I caught a snook in Port Charlotte one time that had 2 lines running right down the side, just like this. It's really neat.
Is he twice as hard to catch?
No, he was actually a little tiny guy, I was wondering.
They got great coloring, though.
Yeah. You know what? This might be, I'm not sure, but there's 5 different species of snook. This looks like a sword spine snook with that big spine that sticks out like that. I'm not positive, but there's the fat snook, the common snook, and that looks like one of the sword spine. That's usually real distinct. It's not quite as big on a regular snook. But look watch what he'll do. He'll hold onto my thumb. It's a neat little trick until he's ready to go. I mean, he's biting down on my thumb. And once he's ready to go, he'll let go. Isn't that cool? Look, see that? I can lift him all the way out.
That's wild.
But once he's ready to go and he relaxes, then he'll take off. Come on. See ya. Go on.
That was really cool.
Hey man, thanks for letting me sneak up there and catch that one.
Yeah, well, let's go release my fly out of that tree now. My bug. Do you ever find this artificial is better than live bait?
No doubt, no doubt. Because so many times you're restricted. If we're fishing live bait, we'd have to be staked out on that point, And we'd be hoping that there's a fish living on that point. And that bait is only working in just a small area. But live bait, you're coming through different types, artificials, you're coming through different types of water column all the time. And you're always fishing new ground.
You're efficient, you're firing, you're casting.
Yeah. Now, I would have a tendency to say that you're gonna catch a bigger fish on bait than you do artificials from time to time. You know, some days it doesn't matter what you use. But the numbers, you're gonna run a lot of numbers up when you're using artificials. They're about catching fish and covering ground.
I bet you just can't go wrong with a finger mullet with different sizes of lips.
No, it's hard not to, you know?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
That's him.
Talk to me.
Is that him?
A redfish.
Redfish.
Yeah. Look how dark and tannin he is.
All stained up.
Yeah.
You find these as rogue fish periodically, or will they be schooled up in here?
No, not yet. Generally, they're just individuals that are on these shorelines looking for a mullet or so. Oh, yeah. Come here, buddy. Look how gold. It's been a long time since I've seen one that color. We're fishing out front in Florida Bay. They take on that kind of clear color. They get kind of light because they're in those mullet muds. That's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rapala. You asked me earlier if you catch redfish on these rapalas, and sure enough, there it is.
Wacko.
Ask and you shall receive. Now you need to ask me if you're going to catch a snook on these rapalas.
I want a snook. What do they call them? Snook, some people.
Oh, that's just the cracker, the Florida crackers, you know, the old guys, the guys that like live under 10 roofs, you know.
And all the chewing tobacco in the corner of their mouth. Snook.
Yeah. That's all the old Florida guys that, you know, were natives. That's what most of them call them, is snooks. But, you know, you don't say book, as in book. It's snook, you know.
I'm trying to look for a snook.
Exactly. Hey, good job.
But for the most part, these snook are really not tide affected, right? More bait and bait structure and salinity.
Well, they're tide affected in other parts of Flamingo, but I would say back here in this backcountry where we are right now, they're not nearly as tide affected. The wind can. Uh-oh.
Is that a good boy?
Uh-oh.
You got him? Good.
Oh, he just acted with big heart.
Even if you're wrong, do it with conviction.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, he is just dying for me to grab him by the bottom of the thumb, by the bottom of the jaw, the little thumb there, and do that shake right there. Hey, I can tell he's just got that look.
He wants to get even.
Yeah. There it is. I knew it was coming. And there it is again. Like I said, man, before, that is 1.5 pounds of cool.
I can see why.
Oh, he's a little bank runner. Little bank runner.
I got one too.
Double, double, double. Oh, single, single, single. Mine came off. Let me get him back in there, see if we get to keep it up to double. Good job, Andy. Oh, there's another one. They're stacked in there. They are stacked in there, boss. Make sure you check your leader after you make a couple
rubbed,
casts.
Retie, okay. Found the house.
Big mangrove snapper. Look at that. We could take him home and eat him if we wanted to.
There we go. Ooh, I got a good one. Look at this.
There's a snook. Yeah, that is a little nicer snook than those little ones you were catching there a second ago. You know, sometimes, Andy, I think the more you bite, you get in a place where they start frothing up on the surface in the right time of day.
Turns everything else on?
I think it can gets things going. It'll also shut it down too, but more often than not, in the beginning part of it,
it turns.
I think it's a turn on.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, this is very cool.
Oh, well, don't you just love the way your finger feels right about now? Here, let me help you.
You see a fish like this, you go, how big was the one that got away?
Right. It's always that. The big one's always the one that gets away.
I know. They're good at it, aren't they?
They're the kings of it. Work your way through there.
There we go.
Man, look at how he's got this little, from the tannin, it's almost iridescent gold. You see that?
Yeah.
That is really cool. Don't see that very often.
What a beautiful fish. I just have never really experienced snook, you know? I mean, every once in a while I've had a chance to catch a handful of fish I've caught, but these are really great.
Well, we gotta get you a big one. Throw back over there. Is your leader okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good cat. Oh. Now I guess you want me to go over there and get that out of there, right? Because this is in essence, it's like a hockey game right now. You're in the penalty box.
You're swimming.
Yeah.
Ooh, good fish.
It's a good one. If he gets you in the bushes, go slack and we'll go through, you know?
Okay. This is a nice, heavy fish.
I'm gonna just keep backing you out of here.
Okay.
Have you seen if it's a redfish or a snook or what?
Well, I tell you, I've never had a redfish pull quite like this.
He get you in the bushes?
No.
Big snook.
This is a serious fish.
Yeah, it is. Good fish. Good
It's
fish.
just a completely different animal, huh?
Yeah. Oh, look at the size of him.
Oh, this is a great fish. Oh my gosh.
Go around the boat. Go around the boat.
Oh my gosh. I want to catch this fish so bad.
Keep that pressure on him, Andy.
Yeah. Oh no, it's getting up in there.
Did he get you in the bush?
Oh
no.
Right over that tree. Ah! Son of a gun, that thing is a monster. He went right up over that tree right there and then popped me. Sorry about that.
It's all right. You know,
That was big.
you know what they say? That was the showstopper.
It's the heart stopper. This day of snook fishing was one of my most memorable and enjoyable trips in a long time. From the brilliant sunrise to the explosive excitement of plugging the shoreline for big fish, the glades kept my senses in constant overdrive. That, coupled with Rick's savvy guiding instincts and dizzying runs through the backcountry in search of the big one that got away, have me checking my calendar for the next free day I can go back.